Hey Fernandez, I'm Daniel and this is my farm. If you're new to the channel, hope you like what you see. Maybe you'll consider subscribing, really help us out. Cheers guys. If you haven't watched our other videos, you won't know what drill setup we've got, so we're just going to walk through how we get our wheat in the ground. Our winter wheaties.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Our winter wheaties.
Our winter wheaties, yeah. If you've seen our other videos, you'll know what we've got. We bought the vaderstad just on a whim, so bought that just to try it, just to have a little go with it and see if we liked it. If not, we were going to move it on, because we were always conventional ploughing, go out straight after harvest and cultivate and then plough and then drill with a combination. We bought that and had a little play with that for a year and then decided we were going to do it all in one pass. So we bought this Grange Toolbar. The Grange Toolbar is a mega bit of kit. I can still lift these legs out of the ground and still go drilling with that if I want to, or I can just put the legs in the ground and bust all the compaction up. All on my own now. It's great. I don't have to worry about Grumpy Grandad turning up to help us or anything. So my costs for establishing our winter wheat gone from up here somewhere to like pence rather than hundreds of pounds, you know. Everyone has their own technique really of getting it in the ground, but we're just going to go through our little technique. So first of all, obviously you got the Grange Toolbar, and the problem I've got is compaction. Where I've had sprayers, trailers, combines, the rolls have been across the field, it's all padded down. So these big meaty teeth down here, just they're only in the ground about 8 or 10 inches, somewhere there. It's more than enough, and you've got the discs in front of it. Slot through all the trash and rubbish and stuff. Create a path for the tine to go through and just bust the surface up. So there's no hard bits where the combine, the trailers, the sprayers all been. This is saving me 2 or 3 different cultivations. Obviously that then saves you fuel, save your costs, save your metal, save you everything, doesn't it? So, and then the great thing about it is we can hook the vaderstad straight to the back of it. So I was talking to a friend of mine, Sam. So Sam and Richard Duchesne and Ruth were all watching. They made me a cup of tea the other day, which was great. They can't get away with this setup. They have to go in and bust the soil up. They have to go in with a real heavy subsoiler, as where I can get away with it. And I've got hardly any horsepower on the front of this setup as well. So,
was it just different land?
It's just different land. It's like real heavy clay. So he literally just can't put enough horsepower on the front of it to pull it.
Right.
And he's got to get underneath down to the different type of clay he was saying, and get down to that, but not in it, to get the compaction out. I can do it all in one hit, all on my little lonesome. So yeah, this is the vaderstad. It's pretty simple. You've got 2 rows of cultivating discs, which mix the top around. You've got your 2 rows of drilling coulters, which slot the seed into the ground. And then you've got a set of packer wheels on the back. It's pretty simple. I am trying to get away with lifting these cultivating discs out so I can do even less tillage. I want all this trash on the surface. I want all that on the surface. I don't want to bury it under. Alright, the worms will come up and eat it if it's buried under. It's food for them. I think the biggest thing that leaving the trash like that on the surface is it stops my soil blowing away. And Sam was laughing about that as well, because his soil doesn't blow away at all. So, unless you can move rocks with wind. Farmers! Everyone's flat out at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lifting spuds, drilling, and I got sugar beet being harvested as well, so.
What are you doing?
I don't really know.
Were you trying to break it?
Yeah, just playing while I waffle on. But yeah, you can see the wheat's got a dressing on it. Basically, it's combat take-all. So when you have 2 wheats in a row, the second year we'll get take-all. It's just a fungus that lives on the root of the wheat crop. So this has got a dressing on to combat that. And it's also got a manganese dressing on as well to combat it running out of nutrients, really. Just help it grow. And it saves me having to spray it earlier in the season for manganese and just feeding it, basically. So yeah, this is all last year's winter wheat crop. We've just saved some of it for drilling ourselves. So on the bottom of this tank, you've got a metering unit that rolls around. You all right?
Yeah.
You look like you're about to fall asleep.
A little bit.
Yeah?
My eyes are watering in the wind.
Are they? You all good?
Yeah.
You're not going to keel over because you've done like a little bit of work?
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hard work, really, isn't it?
All this filming malarkey is getting to it.
No, my eyes just water when it's windy and I'm up a bit higher.
Ah.
That's why I'm literally always wear sunglasses. I think people think I'm weird because I literally wear sunglasses all year round, but I get really watery eyes.
I eat ice creams all year round. Right.
Potato.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what's your weird thing. Everyone must have a weird thing.
So I wear sunglasses all year round. Yeah. You eat ice cream all year round.
Some people might eat lamb and tuna fish sandwiches. So yeah, now there's a metering unit on the bottom of this tank that spins round, and I've set it how I wanted to set it. Basically, I just, there is some way of calibrating it, but me being as awesome as I am, I never bothered doing that. I just went out with one bag and got it roughly right, and then the next bag I know exactly where the metering unit needs to be, so if I put somebody on this drill and sent them off, then they'd have to learn it, you know, or sold the drill, they'd have to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
I got a metering unit in the tractor as well, which, like an area counter.
Yeah.
So I know how much area I've done and how much is in each bag.
Yeah.
So I got half a ton in each bag. I normally get to about 2.5 to 2.7 hectares, which works out somewhere like 180 kilos a hectare.
Right.
Which is bang on for me, because the grain is so big and fat and plump this year that your 1,000 grain weights, you get less grains in your 1,000 grain weight. So that means you're putting less seeds on to what you think you're putting on.
Right.
And obviously if the wheat was smaller, you'd be putting more on.
Yeah.
You'd be putting more grains on that 1,000 square metre or a square metre. I don't know how to work this 1,000 grain weight thing out. Cookie was saying about it. But,
right.
So he told me to up my rate a little bit, so that's what I've done. So yeah, 185 kilos a hectare in the start of October is about right for us. Well, normally I'd probably be about 165, so I'd be a little bit less. So yeah, it goes through the metering unit and then it's fired up into this distribution head.
Cool.
So it comes up here and then fired out all of these little tubes. And each of these little tubes goes to one of the coulters down here.
Awesome.
Which is pretty simple, isn't it?
Oh, can I just say, you're sporting today one of our beanies.
This hat's keeping me 2 coats warmer. Anna thought I was 90 years old for saying that.
You can see Daniel's wearing the printed t-shirt. So obviously we offer embroidered and printed. So that's a white printed t-shirt.
Yeah,
so.
I know. White obviously doesn't go very well for farmers, does it? But plus it being cold out here, you can see my nipples.
It's a bit nippy. Again.
This is why my land's so forgiving, or our land. I keep calling it my land, but really, I am just a custodian.
It's my baby.
Yeah, it's custodian to pass it on to the next generation in a better way that I left it. Because it's all been intensively farmed in the 70s and 80s and the 60s and stuff. It was all celery and fruit trees and stuff like that. And then into the 70s and 80s was just so intensive farmed for carrots and stuff. Granddad and great-granddad are just farming all the goodness out of it, you know. There's nowhere to put features. It's been so intensively farmed that it's farmed now. We've got to try and look after it. Rather than putting like a hedgerow in, we'll just try and do like we're doing now and save our soil that way. I don't know whether that camera will pick it up, but you can see it's like all these little white flecks in this soil. Looks like Toblerone but dirt coloured. Yeah, you can see all the seashells in there.
Yeah.
They're all seashells from, as we said in the previous video. So this was an old lake bed. And it literally goes about a mile this way and about 3 miles or 2 miles that way.
Right.
And a big circle. And that is it. There's no other soil like it anywhere else on the planet.
Really?
No. Told you before, didn't I?
I don't know.
I think I said in
remember.
a previous video, about 120,000 years ago, this was all a lake bed.
Hold on, people. Get your Werther's Originals and hot chocolate.
Can I get on my knee? I don't know how they managed to get a map of it. I mean, who drew a map back then?
I mean, does it X marks the spot?
Yeah, pretty much. And somebody drew a map, and there was little bridleways, you would call them, because everyone used to get around on horse and cart, didn't they?
Was Fred Flintstone your neighbour?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't know how long it was ago that people settled here. I mean, no, was it 4,000 years ago? Was it 10,000 years ago?
No idea.
No, I don't. So anyway, it was an old lake bed. Weird, isn't it? How this is all white and just over there it's black.
Yeah.
So it's very odd. Did you notice the difference coming off the headland and onto this soft squishy bit under your feet?
You haven't drilled it yet on the headland?
No, I haven't drilled that bit. See how hard that is?
Yeah.
And then come back over here. It's all squishy.
Hold on.
Oh my god, it's sunk up to my ankle. Bloody, but Grumpy Grandad will be here in a minute with the rolls. So yeah, this is the last little bit I'll do. Look, you can see our famous last words. Never work with animals, children, or wheat seed.
Farmers.
Or farmers, yeah.
Or grumpy granddads.
Or grumpy granddads. There'll be some wheat in here somewhere. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't find it. Right there.
Yeah, I just saw one.
Yeah, there you go. So there we go. That's all the drill does. Look, there's another one. Just slots it into the ground like that. Grumpy Grandad's going to come and consolidate it down. And then in about 8 days time, I suppose 7 or 8 days time, because it's nice and warm out here, we'll end up having having all the wheat come through, so it'll be great. People going slowly looking at it.
I know. Genuinely, I've seen like 4 or 5 people going past really slowly, like, what are they doing?
Yeah. Weirdos. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give us a like.
Guys.
Thanks guys. Keep on trashing.
So, how are you feeling being back in your John Deere after looking at the vouchers?
This is my happy place. My seat doesn't hit the that. But other than that, the voucher was a nice tractor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. I just yeah, I'm a John Deere man through and through until one lets me down. But I haven't had any. Touch wood, haven't had any issues yet, so...
Dancing Joe will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, Dancing Joe will be happy, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we've been John Deere ever since. I mean, we were Massey when I was a little baby, 100 years ago. And then we were Case and David Brown, and then we went to John Deere. You know, we had a Case let us down, and it wasn't built very well, so... I know lots of people out there love them, but... No, I'm not going to say that's a bad tractor. I mean, Martin's got a voucher and he likes that, so
yeah,
he uses that over his John Deere's most of the time. So never say never. If their voucher want to bring me one out, we'll put it for his paces. But
hint, nudge.
Hint, nudge. No, most people normally have a control box and stuff in here for their drill, like this. Yeah, but I don't ever put tram lines in, so the only advantage to having my drill box in here is it's got a little monitor on there that tells me when the drill's low.
Right.
But I got a window back there so I can see it. So it saves me putting the drill box in every time, taking it out when I'm finished. I just don't need to, so I don't. So yeah, this is us really, going up and down. The sat nav's all set up. I had a few issues getting my spacings right because the back arms, 2 arms that hold the Grange Toolbar up, and they weren't central in the tractor for the drill. So the drill was running over the freshly drilled stuff one side,
right,
and leaving a massive gap the other. Just had that to sort out. I keep saying good morning, but it is morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm drilling. Oh, I'm trying to drill. Anyway, I've got an issue. You basically have to set all your arms up. See these arms here that hold the machine on the back here? They're all, I've got them level, but now they're kinked over one way. And I will show you the implications of that. You can see I've put a stick in the ground already. Where my last coulter is that side. But as you can see this side, here, oh, can you see that? There we go, my finger's working today, look. I've got like, what, 2 coulters? Yeah, easily 2 coulters over. I'm too far over this way. So what I've got to do is go and adjust my link arms. So I've just got to pull them over. So we get my metric adjustable, and off we go. We can see where I was running to. Let's get my tape measure out. About there somewhere. It's not an exact science. About there somewhere is where I already drilled it. You can see I'm like 10 inches. What's that say? Oh, there we go. Yeah, 10 inches, 25 centimetres. 25 centimetres too far over. So 10 inches. Let's go 5 inches, and you'll see now. Look, this is where my problem lies. You see the top link of the tractor? Pushed over that way. Oh, sorry, the hand's too big. Pushed over that way too much. That's the top link there. That link there needs to be straight. So I'm going to get on and do that without the camera, because it's bloody awkward. Can you see what I've done there? I put a stick in where the last coulter came through. I know the drill's dragging one side a little bit more than the other, but that is not enough, I don't think. And it's about 4 or 5 centimetres out, I think. Probably about 3-4 centimetres out, I should imagine. So, you lot can't see my stick, but I can, and that's still a wafer thin bit out. I might just double check it, but I'm gonna push my arms over again, so I've got to lift everything out of the ground so it's all free floating, and then push it over. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll do that, and then I'll see you. Man, it's getting warm when I do any physical exercise out here today. So I've just moved my arms over a lot more. You can probably see my top link. I don't know whether you can see that, but that is cranked right over one way. We'll just have a go where it's flat here, a couple of little rounds here, and make sure I've got it all straight. So I think I may have gone too far. I may have to wind it back a couple of turns. Go and have a check and see how deep we are. Always lift the drill out, and always take your imperial adjustable. Look at that, look. Dad wondered why I was not that keen on drilling. There is some moisture in the surface of the drill. Sorry, the fan's running. Hydraulic fan on this thing. But we have come back here to see how we're getting on. Last thing I want to see is wheat seed sitting on the surface like that. It does happen a little bit. I'll perhaps drop that wing in a little bit. Let's check this wing. That's not very deep either. But if over the whole, let's have a look. Yeah, there somewhere. Not very deep. So I've got to push that under a little bit more. But that one's only just under the surface as well. That's not under the surface at all, look. Right, I've got to go a bit deeper then. Drop my drill in, I just have to move this down a half a hole. We'll try that. Jobs are good. Yeah, just fine tuning like the depth of the seed. Want to be about 3.5 centimetres, Cookie reckons. So
yeah, because Cookie came over and he said that it was almost like sat on the top.
Yeah, there was too much laying on the surface.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Grumpy Granddad's going to come and roll it in. So I didn't want to drill it too deep. It won't lay long at all if we have some rain. The soil is nice and warm at the minute. Probably still 8-10 degrees the soil temperature. So everything's going to get up and away quickly. Just got the sat-nav sorted here. Got it set up for 4 meters there and trailing behind me nicely.
You got cleaning stuff behind you.
Yeah, I bought my cleaning stuff to clean the windows and I forgot to buff the outside of this window. Oh no, it's on the inside. There we go. Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
You can come round my house later.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And then I cleaned them again last night because I hate squinting through glass like that. You can't see where you're going. It's not so bad during the day, but at night time it's even worse. I know I don't have to look at a marker these days, but on black fields, at night,
yeah,
the marker that comes down so you know where to turn around and come back up,
yeah,
you can't see it.
Right.
So sat-nav is great. I can keep going all the way through the night if I really wanted to.
Right.
I don't. So an exciting few weeks coming up. Maybe I have bought a new tractor, maybe I haven't. So keep you guessing. We got a few cool demos coming up as well. Keep you excited with them. And potato harvest coming up Saturday and Sunday. We may go and just start lifting headlands and stuff ready for when everybody turns up for Monday, so we can go straight into it. But we've only got 60 acres, so it shouldn't take us long at all. So we've got that coming up, and then we've got the rest of the drilling to finish. So stick around, guys. Like today's video, there's more here on the screen now.
Woo-hoo!
Yay!
Keep on trushing.
Keep on trushing.